Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to The Medium by Design. So we're in the middle of our Mercury retrograde for spring 2022, and Mercury retrogrades really slow me down. And I don't move too fast to begin with. So it's taken me a while to line up the next series of videos, but I've got some really good things coming in the next few videos I think you'll appreciate. But today's video is from the Arcturians, an ancient galactic race. I think you'll find this incredibly interesting. And before we do that, I just want to again ask that if you like anything on this channel, or if you haven't explored my channel, there are many levels of spirit and other dimensions that I receive messages from. And you know, this is me. This is my life. I just put it out there. It's all out on the table for you to look at, to receive, to be blessed from. And as you saw, when I went on a simple trip to the Grand Canyon, I met someone that had to receive a message too. So, and that's another level, right? That day-to-day interaction, yes, that can happen to me in a store, it can happen anywhere. But this is the work that I really love to do. I mean, these writings, there's no interference from my mind or from anyone else for that matter. So this is why I enjoy this part. But being out on the street and doing that, that's fun too. But it's just all different levels, all different connections, and it all matters, really, because it shows that we are all connected, whether we're living, whether we've passed, or whether we're in a totally different dimension. Because remember, these Arcturians, everybody's at their own place in evolution. So just being able to receive from them so freely while we're going through our evolution is truly, truly miraculous. So I hope you feel that as much as I do. So here's what the Arcturians had to say to us. We have much to share both about your world and some information you and your listeners may find interesting about the history of the universe. You see, there is much more always going on than any three-dimensional linear thinking human can understand. We do not wish to sound condescending, but until humans open themselves up, they cannot know much of the truth about their manipulated human physical reality. This should give you an idea why the ascension information is being so widespread by so many at this time. As more and more humans stumble on this information, they can make more conscious choices, allow their soul to bring more history and information, expand their understanding of themselves, and then set them on a new level of creative expression and understanding that brings more of the deepest value to their current life. Life changes meaning overnight. Physical creation and the power to create seems like a rediscovered art form. Think of it like a child discovers its ability to walk, move objects around, speak, let it be known what it wants. These are all the elements of discovery of oneself that the ascension initiate goes through in order to become fully actualized. This is the sole reason others will consistently, seemingly get in the way, be critical, put down one who knows more than they do. As each of you opens, you discover the power, understanding, and abilities you have felt were missing. When your individual light turns on and you feel it from the inside, there is no other experience like it. It truly is a, quote, high that can't be matched. In order to reach that high, there are many clearings that must take place so that there is room inside the physical body for this level of light. Hence the numerous emotional clearings, body pain episodes, needing to rest more than normal, staying clear of situations that seem harsh on any level. During your own awakening, so many aspects of so-called normal life will need to move out of your life. So there is space to create the new enriched life your soul has been wanting you to experience. This is the other reason you hear so much about duality and separation. On a very personal level, duality is you, the human believing, thinking, behaving, and living like spirit. Your soul spirit is some intangible thing you can never know, and that your mind is the only thing you need to operate in this physical world. We hope you can see how limiting and defeating this way of life is becoming. An ego mind run life is void of the truest, deepest level of what you are all made of at your core. By denying this, you get to live a life void of real life force. Life force is that energy you feel that gives you tingles, like a breeze that gently moves over your body and gives you goosebumps. Imagine feeling this on a regular basis every time you are living with the full connection of your soul, as well as the many souls, team guides you each have access to. There is so much more for each of you to discover and use to enhance your daily lives, to know and feel this deep level of connection to your origin and the literal energy you are made of. It is not simply words, descriptions, definitions, rules, and ways of being to be discussed. Absolutely not. It is a way of living that brings the most beautiful surprises that seemingly you had nothing to do with, except being open to receive the best of anything available at any given moment in time. If you can consciously open, allow, ask, and receive, you will tangibly see the results of your efforts, because you are literally calling forth the energy you wish to see in your lives. This is why you must make much clearer decisions about the old energies you are seeing continue to play out throughout your world. Making decisions as a collective is the easiest and fastest way to change reality on the planet, and yet too many humans see themselves as small, weak, and having no say, or possibly even worse, they are trapped in a small world that they feel they must spend every waking hour controlling, monitoring, manipulating in order to survive, or simply misuse and misdirect the power they are given simply through their own ignorance. We do not mean to sound harsh, but we do want you each to know that it is time to stop missing the boat on this information by letting everything just go by you. It is time for you to deeply understand the truth of how powerful you are, really are, and use that power to make your world the place you want it to be. The place that so many of us, from the many dimensions available to you, have been saying for years. Why should a small group of individuals who know their power use it to rule over the entire race? Just hearing these words should wake you up to another way. Why should any one power use it to put others in harm's way, take away life, or enslave a culture to live without anything? Many of you in modern Western culture are comfortable and have or can have anything you wish, but there are many around the globe that cannot even decide what kind of day they wish to have. Their lives are controlled, manipulated, and forced to be a certain way, often involving pain, struggle, and working just to survive throughout the day. This is not, and never was, the grand plan for humanity. This is your time to see clearly, make clearer decisions, and change the course of your world for the better for all. We hope that these words meet you with an open mind, and that the power you possess is clearly known and at your fingertips to use and be of help to all those around you. Have a blessed and spiritually infused day. Well, that's the message from the Arcturians, and they weren't kidding with us. They're really trying to get to the heart of the matter of how we're going to change our physical reality in this world. But they touched on a few things. I can just give you a fun story that happened. If you saw the videos with me and Larry traveling to the Grand Canyon, then you saw multiple things that happened on that trip. And the one thing that happened prior to the trip was really a divinely guided blessing that I did not expect to happen. And this is trying to show us that we do have the power to create something better no matter what our circumstances are. So as many people that know me know, I don't really strive to make a lot of money. Okay, it's very obvious. I live very simply. Promises have been made that things are going to get really, really big, but in the meantime, I live very small and very simple. So, and I've gotten used to it, although I have to say, as I get older, I'm thinking, okay, when is this going to happen? And there's a story about that and when the first message of that came many years ago. But today's message or story is about what happened before Larry arrived. So I wanted to get the car in shape. I have an older car. It's 18 years old. I take really good care of it the best I can. But before a trip, I like to rotate tires and have the alignment done, and I change the oil. Simple things, that don't cost a lot of money. And so I go to the tire place to have the tires rotated. And the manager comes out and she says, I really don't like that front tire. So I don't have any extra money to buy the tires. I just don't. And I don't use charge cards anymore. Very, very rarely. I hardly ever charge anything. If I don't have the money, I just don't buy it. That's how I live, and it's been this way since the last crash, since I had a major experience in 2009. So it was just really interesting. She says this, and of course, my old fear about money, and that all comes up. And we all have these fears and these things that come up because we are dealing with the means that we have in front of us, right? Now, I know many of you are very well off and are very good at receiving financial gains in your lives, and you're really good in business. That is not my specialty, okay? I'm here to help people. I'm here to clarify things and clarify confusions and help people to make the greatest decisions they've ever made in their lives. Basically, that's all these messages do, right? So we go back into the tire place. She looks at the computer. She really feels I need to change this tire. And I'm like, well, how do you just change one on the front and then we're going to do the alignment? That's going to be off. You usually have to buy two at a time. So she says, oh, don't worry. We'll get you one tire now and you'll come back next Tuesday and we'll get you the other tire. So she does this under warranty and I get two brand new tires for $78. These are $500 in tires and I get them for $78. So it just showed me, stop worrying about these petty everyday tasks that have to be done and just let the people who have power in their own professions, like the tire industry, and let them do what they can to bless you. So my simple prayer every day when I leave the house is, show me the love and blessing that's everywhere I go. That's the simplest wording I can give you right now. Of course, I get into longer things, but this is how I live. So before I get in my car, before I leave my house, I have this whole, show me the blessing of today. And I often open my arms and hands to show that I'm an open, empty vessel and that I don't have to control every nuance of my day. This is not easy because a lot of people I still know, and including myself, I still make lists of things I want to happen. I've got projects that are unfinished all over the property, things that I really want to have accomplished. And, but what do? You just work what's in front of you and you just keep chiseling away at things until more openings and more blessings occur so that you can continue to move forward. And that's what we do. I'm just moving forward slowly with this Mercury retrograde, just trying to get by really. And then see what the next thing is when it comes to June. So I just wanted to give you that short story. I'm just looking at the time. I don't want to spend too much time in this video, but try to take the Arcturians' message to heart, see what resonates to you, and please, if you like something, just like it, search my page, look at some of the comedians, the famous people, the more of the ET stuff, some of the Jesus stuff. There's so many different messages here. This is the 102nd message that's been shared. Well, not message, video. I have to say video because some of it is that teaching talk that I did this year. So I just hope everybody's blessed. Again, if you really love what you're seeing and you want to be supportive, there is a PayPal button. You can use my email for Zelle. You can also, if you want a personal writing, I still do personal sessions. I'm available to do this. So if you want a writing or you want a astrology reading, you want some kind of session to go deeper in your own life, just email me and we'll have a discussion and see what's right. The other thing is the group work, although I know everybody's online doing group work, I am not clear on how to do that online. And I usually, my work, I get invited to do groups. So if you're, wherever you are, I know there's people in New Zealand watching, in South Africa, and there's people all over the world that find these videos. If you want to have a group and you want to set something up, and it's easy technologically, because there is no crew. I still don't have a camera crew helping me with these videos. So, and I try to keep that as simple as possible too. So if you think of a group that you want to have, please email me, ask me. I'm very, very open to new ways of connecting to people. I just don't know all the technology. So, just think about it. If you want to contact me, the email is below. And again, any way you can be supportive, I would greatly appreciate it, even in this Mercury retrograde couple of weeks we have left. So anyway, God bless everybody, and receive your blessing every day, because every day there is something for us to receive, and just be open to that. So with that, have a blessed day.